for us to start another Watcher run. Nope, didn't miss anything. First run of the day. Just happened to be 0 out of 3, suspiciously. Despite winning yesterday. Runic Pyramid, okay. I haven't done a pyramid run during this sequence. I'm not really sure how to do one with Watcher. I don't feel like this is something I'm very good at. I feel like pyramid's really good, and I frequently get killed with it. Is this 2 elites? I think there's no more than 2 elites possible. This and that, this and that, this, that, or that, this and that or that, or just this. Yep, only 2 elites possible. That's unfortunate. Alright, so let's do the 2 elite line with the most fires. There's an extra fire, there's an extra fire, there's 2. This 2 requires an early shop. So I think we're probably going to go for this one and that one, which means we're doing these 2 elites. Okay. Yeah, Pyramid's good. So there's a 3 fight, 2 question mark before the first fire route. That's pretty ideal. Also ideal, you want to get the loudest cat you could find. Just go to a pet store, get the loudest one. That's the ideal situation. Triple strike blocks for 6, defend only blocks for 5. I think we just vigilance here. And then we eruption, blow him up next turn. Strike is more valuable when we're in Wrath. We don't have lethal, right? Strike double eruption is not enough. Or eruption double strike isn't enough. We could eruption, vigilance, defend. Do you reset every fight you do a mistake? Yes. So I endeavor not to make any like actual mistakes where like there's something that was strictly better. And when I do and when I realize it, I will restart the fight. If we play Eruption, Vigilance, Defend, we have 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in hand. Oh, is it lethal? Oh yeah, it's 33. You're correct. Thanks for mathing, Fuzzy Ducky. Protect seems completely unnecessary. We have Runic Pyramid, so Retain does nothing. Sash Whip helps us do some damage. Should be extremely easy to set up Sash Whip because Pyramid. Let's see. Yeah, it's Sash Whip versus Skip here, so I think I'm gonna go with Sash Whip. This is a 2 elite line, so we're definitely excited to spend health to get stuff. So if we see like Scrap Ooze or Shining Light, we're going to be jumping on this. World of Goop is probably the worst way to trade health for power, but it is still that at least. Removes are pretty good with Pyramid. Your basic cards are a big problem in Pyramid decks because they really clog up your hand. So we're probably going to grab a remove here. Okay. Let's remove a strike and move on. A couple of louses up to no good. We'll just double defend and split the one who's buffing. I guess just Vigilance Sash Whip kills the buffed one, blocks out. Seems okay. That looks lethal. Okay. Hey, why are you yelling at me? Come here. That cat, just sitting on the ground, like 7 feet from me, just looking at me and meowing as loud as she can. What's the deal? And Antoine, she's currently hiding under some furniture. Okay, here, I think I can get her. Oh. She moved out of reach. Now I have to take my headset off. Now we got a little cat friend. Take a second sash whip. Forward influence or empty mind. I don't think we want empty mind. That's going to draw us cards, and we have hand size problems with pyramid. Forward influence does cost 0. And it can make cards that also cost 0. Not a big fan of forward influence generally. Okay, whoa. Alright. We made it. We made the jump. Did we need to jump? No, we did not. Did we make the jump? Yes, we did. Calm down there, Coconut. I think it's forward influence. Forward influence can get us like Fiend Fire or Immolate or Hyper Beam, Dash. Could be a skip. Some people swear by forward influence. This is we've got one more floor before the elite. Presumably this is not a fight. Forward influence is not that good against Gremlin Knob. Or is it? Maybe you can like use forward influence to get lethal. I'm gonna take forward influence. Some people like it a lot. There's reason to choose it here. Costs 0. Let's try it out. No reason to eruption before we're ready. That being said, we're likely to get either vigilance or lethal next turn if we do eruption now. So I'm gonna do it. Eruption Immolate. Now you're thinking with forward influence. That's not lethal, but we can just sash with vigilance. We could theoretically, I guess I'll forward influence to look for lethal. Yeah, look at that. Ball lightning, sure. So Wallop. I like Beast and Wallop. I like Halt too, but Wallop is way better at Act 1. Wallop Pyramid's super good, right? Because we can wait for the Wallop to line up with Divinity and kapow. Looks like an upgrade. Probably Wallop. Is there a universe where Wallop isn't good? Yeah, somebody asked the same question about Talk to the Hand in the previous run. That didn't happen. And the answer is yes. There's definitely decks that don't want to Wallop. But we're not one of them. Honestly, Wallop might be good in a Pressure Points deck. I guess, Pressure Points deck doesn't do any Divinity stuff, right? So I think it's Wallop or Eruption. Yeah, Eruption helps us a lot. We have a lot of energy pressure because of the pyramid. So I think we're going to do Eruption. Forward Influence is a good upgrade. Also relieves energy pressure. I guess we get to choose both. So now it's Forward Influence versus Wallop. If you upgrade forward influence, it makes the resulting card also cost 0. I can't right-click it in this interface for some reason. So I'll type it. And I'll spell foreign rate with no spell check assistance. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my mother, who stuck with me, even when I was bad at spelling things as a child. Although the Spire info is actually not very useful for it. It doesn't tell you what the upgrade does. I think I'd go with Wallop. I have always been extremely bad at spelling. I make no bones about that. I think this turn is actually triple defend. I think I want the defends out of hand. I want to use the strike when we're in Wrath. Is it lethal? Let's check forward influence. Doom and Gloom. Twin Strike. Actually, Iron Wave is pretty sick in this fight. It's probably Doom and Gloom, though. I guess Doom and Gloom and Twin Strike do the same amount of damage. So Eruption Wallop blocks out, so I'm definitely going to do that. And then I think we just take lethal next turn, right? You actually don't even get a Dark Orb. You only have an Orb slot if you do that other card, or the Relic, the Prismatic Shard. Okay. Thread and Needle. Swivel can be kind of nice. Swivel Wallop. We can always line it up because of Pyramid. Swivel sort of just bakes an extra 8 block onto our Wallop. We can do them on different turns too. We can swivel one turn, Wallop the next turn. I'm gonna take a quick break, be right back. I believe this is my 12th run of my Watcher win rate project, and I believe I'm exactly 50-50. I think that I've strictly alternated winning and losing, which is highly unlikely. If you have a 50% win rate, which is exactly my win rate, you would expect to get a win streak of 3 after approximately 8 games. This is our 12th one. We can't possibly get it until our 14th. Neat. Third Eye is kind of nice too. With Pyramid, you do like scrying, because you don't want to get the bad cards in your hand, you want to get rid of those. Helps with statuses and stuff. About to go to a chest, and then an elite. And then we're done with Act 1. It does mean we haven't had a lose streak. That's true. That is true. It's the exact streak minimization strategy. Just alternate and never streak. Puts a lot of pressure on this run, though. It means we have to win. I think I am going to take a swivel. Not usually a big swivel gamer. I've got a wallop plus and a pyramid, so I think that's enough to push me over the edge. 4 and influence, too. Pick an expensive attack and play it for 0. There's usually one available. Meteor Strike or something. Meteor Strike isn't actually particularly good as a 4 and influence pick. Unless you also have Prismatic Shard. Because you don't get the Plasma. Unless you have Prismatic Shard, and then you get a ton of energy. Or I believe if you have the mod the Spire installed, then 4 and influence actually gives you a whatchamacallit, orb slot. They may have fixed that, though. Is Swivel good enough? Crush Trades wouldn't be hard to line up, that's true. We did just fight Gremlin Knob, so we're pretty free to pick skills here if we want. I think I'm going to pick Swivel. We've got Guardian. Gira, huh? Is that a Sapphire Key? Get 2 fires. I guess getting strength and then going into Divinity and walloping people is pretty good plan. Take it. Let's see where it goes. Possibly lift 2 times. Kind of depends on how well we handle these fights. Wallop just murders this guy. Bonk. Start decosting sands of time. Seems good. This one has more plated armor from the curl up. Or more higher curl up, I guess. I don't know how to say that and not sound like an idiot. We could swivel sands of time. Murder this one. Seems great. I guess we could weaken the other one, but why? Okay. Never really picked Swivel. Interested to see if it's good. It's usually not good. It's not really like a card you want. But it is useful in the context of Wallop and Pyramid. And 4 and influence. Could pick Pressure Points. It's here. The card we've all been waiting for. Halt, anybody? Anybody a halter? Got your halter top. It seems like on the turn we go into Eruption, we're also playing a Wallop. So we don't really need extra block on that turn. And we've already got, like, a Swivel for block. Don't really want to pick another block card. Kind of want my next card to be like a Ragnarok or something. I don't think we need anything to exit stance. Pyramid means that we can just line up Eruption and Vigilance and always have the right one available. I think Empty Fist is actually quite bad here. Because of the Wallop, we're always going to want to enter Divinity at some point, and Empty Fist is really awkward with Divinity. I think we're just skipping here. Okay. 1 fresh Lagavulin. Just hatched. Alright, we've got a lot of time to set up here, so I think we're going to play the 2 defends and a strike to get it out of hand. It's all about hand size management in this fight before we wake him up. Darn. I was hoping to get calm this turn and then wake him up with like a big old swivel thing. I guess this is fine. Because we can just Eruption and play the attacks. And then we have a guaranteed exit next turn. Hyper Beam. That's a lot of damage per energy. We could rebound the wall up too. We don't really have enough energy to rebound wall up. Yeah, Hyper Beam's the one. Do we just Hyper Beam now? Next turn's gonna be like Sash Whip Vigilance, right? Or maybe it's like Swivel Wallop. Swivel Wallop blocks for 32. Yeah, if we Sash Whip Swivel Wallop, that blocks out. And we'll just hold the Vigilance for the following turn. Okay, so we Hyper Beam now. Oh no, my focus! And then we get lethal next turn. Watcher versus Lagavulin. So sad. He never does any damage. He tries so hard. Just Lucky helps pay off the strength from Gira. Helps manage the hand size, scries a little bit to prevent bad cards from coming into hand. Oh wow! Thanks for the raid, Miki Lol. I have to admit I am unfamiliar with your stream. Are you a Slay the Spire streamer? Marmot raid. Welcome in, everybody. That is an amazing emote. I love it. Miki, hi. Do you have a hamster? Hey, B. Wow, yeah, it has been a while. Let me just introduce myself to the Miki Lol audience here. I'm a game developer, Vegetablebread. I am playing Slay the Spire to promote the development of my game, which is called Rogue Executive. It's a traditional roguelike set in sort of a business context with really like high energy characters like luchadors and like mall Santas that drop exploding gifts. A lot of crazy stuff. And if you want to playtest it, there is a channel points reward for that. So hang out and you can see what that's all about. You just like marmots. Did your stream go well today? Did you kill the heart? Did you slay the spire? Has the playtest changed a lot since I've done it? It's hard to remember exactly when you did it, B, but I believe the answer is yes. Thanks for the follow. Groliken. Appreciate the support, and welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Yeah, so Just Lucky has some positive interactions with Runic Pyramid, helps us clear out hand size, pays off strength. I kind of like Signature Move. We've got a Swivel. Do you have a link to the game, like some more information on it? No, I don't. So there's I plan on launching like promotional materials and like a trailer and stuff around about like July. Don't hold me to that. September, October. I don't know. Someday. Hopefully this year. Planned launch is like January 2022, so not particularly soon. Thanks for following, Mickey Lol. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. And thanks for the follow, Capital. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Do I like Just Lucky enough to pick it? I do not know. I don't think Signature Move is good enough. I don't think Crush Strength is good enough either. That's our last Elite of Act 1. Wasn't Silent or Defect. Okay. That's a suspiciously short list of Slay the Spire characters, but you know what? I'm not going to think any more about it. I'm glad that your Silent and Defect runs killed the heart. That's definitely what happened. I think Just Lucky is a no for me. If we had fasting, maybe, but we don't have fasting. Okay, let's go into Calm, curry a bit of energy for future turns. And let's see, do we need to strike? I think striking actually does help us here. Alright, I want to save as much damage as possible for the Eruption turn. Reach Heaven's pretty nice. I'm gonna go with Iron Wave. Alright. Sir Admiral, am I to understand that you're giving that to Mickey Lol? Yeah, okay. Alright. I'll put Mickey Lol on the list. So there are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people on the list. So current estimated wait time is 8 weeks. So expect me to reach out in a couple of months asking it to schedule that. Alright, Wallop would hit for 9. That would block for 13. So we could, like, Wallop defend. The things we could do is, like, Iron Wave Swivel would block out. That sets up for Wallop next turn. Swivel on Eruption is not amazing. Iron Wave Sash Whip Defend probably blocks out. Yeah, let's do Iron Wave Sash Whip Defend. Actually... yeah, that gets the most cards out of hand, right? Helps draw. Okay. Okay. Eruption... Wallop, oops, all damage the turn. Seems good. Clearly don't need a swivel because he's not attacking. Okay. Perfect hard pool fight, that's nice. Deus Ex Machina helps us with our hand size problems a little bit. It also kind of hurts us. There's also a worship here. Worship is expensive, but if you can get 2 worships, then they only cost 1 to go into Divinity. How does it help? It draws 2 to 3. Well, it helps you. You can spend those cards to play other cards, Cardinal. So if you're holding, 4 cards. If we pick up Worship, we'll have to upgrade it immediately. Upgrading Worship doesn't do anything because we have Pyramid. Yeah, right. So that's why Deus Ex Machina both helps and hurts, right? Because it helps because when we draw it, we have extra energy to play the cards in our hand, so we can relieve some of the hand size pressure. But also, it puts us in a position where we can only hold like 3 or 4 cards, so that we can actually draw the miracles. Although if we overdraw it, I'm not like... It's actually kind of fine to have a miracle in the deck with a Runic Pyramid deck. I'm going to take the Worship. It seems like we really want a Divinity with a wall-up Runic Pyramid deck, so... Pyramid Snecko run when? Yeah. Never, hopefully. Alright, this looks like a lift to me. Best upgrade would probably be... Forward Influence? Yeah, I'd rather have a Strength. It's true, foreign influence does help with energy, but like lifting, that helps with strength. Let's see what's in here. Clothesline's kind of nice. I'm not a big believer in foreign influence. I usually don't pick it. I picked it here because it costs 0. It can make other things cost 0. But it's got its supporters. Eruption Strike would kill this fungi beast. And then this guy would be hitting for, let's see, 16. So we'd have to block for 12. So we take a little bit of damage. Alternate plane, we could like Vigilant Swivel. We only need to block for 11, so that's a little bit overkill. I guess we could just defend Swivel and fit in a strike. Yeah, right. Okay. And then we kill the fungi beasts. Strike is free if you swivel. Yeah, but that's not... The point was to spend the energy. We had 4 energy, so... Follow-up is free. Hey, Red Pill. How's it going? Red Pill 1, 2, 3. Why is nobody ever talks about the blue pill? Everybody's always talking about red pills. But have you heard about blue pill? I guess blue pill just makes it sound like you're talking about Viagra, huh? But if you take the blue pill, you get to believe whatever you want to believe. That's freeing. You prefer the green one, whatever it does. It's true. Sorry, well, get out of here. I'm trying to stream. No more hanging out. Honestly, I was watching The Matrix, and I was picking a name like 15 years ago. It's just been Red Bull ever since. Yeah, I get that. I get that. No, sorry, well. Please don't leave. Let's see. Follow-up. Follow-up is positive energy if we swivel. We can like swivel on one turn and then have a extra energy the next turn with follow-up. It's kind of nifty. But there's already better swivel targets, so it's not like that's incredible. Do we need the damage? Hey Zulu 12. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the vegetable patch. Appreciate the support. Alright, see you around, Sir Artemal. I might make myself some tea too. But, you know, maybe later. I got boba yesterday. I love me some boba. Is follow-up good enough to pick? Got Runic Pyramid. Makes our deck a little bit less dense. I think it's probably not good enough to pick. Usually I want to pick like 3 attacks. I guess I have 3 attacks, but also it doesn't seem as critical to have as many attacks with Pyramid because we can always line them up perfectly with Eruption. So we're going to skip here. Okay. Seems like lifting. Other option is Foreign Influence upgrade. Yeah, this is the same thing we were considering before. Time to get strong. Okay. Let's see what's in the box. There's a feed fire in the box. Talk the hand as well. Barrage for literally 0 damage. Barrage cannot possibly do damage. I don't think I'm excited enough about Fiendfire. I think I'm going to go for Talk to the Hand. Okay. Zulu, I got a problem with Silent Ascension 6, and it feels like when I do Ascension, the Act 3 boss, unless I have like After Image and Double Footwork, I can't take their hits, especially Awakened One and Time Eater. From the After Image and Double Footwork, it makes it sound like you're playing a lot of zero-cost cards, and zero-cost card decks do have particular problem with Awakened One. I would recommend that you, for Silent, a lot of times your block comes in the form of intangible, so that can be apparitions or wraith form, and Piercing Wail. So I would focus on valuing those cards a little bit more highly, and then see what you get. Yes, Capacitor does work, so you can add orb slots if you currently have 0. The most common way to get an orb slot as a non-defect is buying Prismatic Shard. Prismatic Shard comes with 1 free orb slot if you are a non-defect. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a Piercing Wail extremist like Captain Grimm. I think my max is probably like 6 though. You can put a lot of Piercing Wails in a deck before you start thinking, is this too many Piercing Wails? If we Sash Whip Vigilance, wait, why did that one guy with glasses, why are you putting a phone number in chat? I'm very confused by this message. I'm trying to parse it, I just can't. My brain just says no. There can't be a phone number there. Yeah, I think I'll Sash Whip for a little bit of face damage. That's fine. I guess Strike as well. That card's called Burst, Sir Artemal. That one guy with glasses is a specialist at breaking my brain. I can't read you without like having an aneurysm, so I'm gonna stop trying to read it. Okay. All right, I've had enough of that for the moment. Do you think it's a bot? Why would a bot post the phone number for the Walmart customer service line? I think it's just, we're all being like, this is like a performance art where he's just like trolling people in the most bizarre way that he can imagine. And I appreciate it. I'm glad we were here for it. To be honest. Swivel Wallop blocks out. I want to play Worship. How do I play Worship in this fight? If I don't play it this turn, it misses a shuffle. If it misses a shuffle, we're probably never going into Divinity. Zulu, that might be the right number of block cards, but that's a very exact number, which is kind of problematic. Sometimes your deck is going to block with like 4 copies of Dodge and Roll to go with your like 4 leg sweeps. Sometimes it's going to block with, 4 Piercing Wails and 2 Wraith forms. I think what you're describing is kind of like it's overly specific. Alright, let's just do the thing that blocks the damage. No, go ahead and ask for advice, that's fine. Can we split him right now? Eruption is 11, strike is 16, that is 27 plus 20 is 47, so yes, we can split him. Can we split him and play Worship? It's pretty greedy. Let's see. No, we can't. I'll play Defend just to get it out of hand. Draws an extra card. Worship skipping another shuffle. Swivel Wallop coming in hot again. I think we can Swivel Wallop and then Worship here. Yeah, that's plenty of block. Okay, finally we get to Worship. Although it didn't even... We weren't even shuffling that turn. We could, like, Speed Pot, Vigilance Defend. He's only hitting for 16, so Vigilance Defend is actually enough by itself. We haven't taken any damage, so we've still got the 4-plated armor from Thread and Needle. Seems fine. Can we do 60 this turn? Probably, because we have Divinity. I like how his health is 60 and his mode shift is 60. So he mode shifts exactly when he dies. I'm going to assume this is lethal. Seems good. Alright. Blasphemy helps a lot. Alpha seems like a formula for putting a lot of really expensive cards in the hand, which is going to ruin our pyramid. I don't see any particular reason why Conjure Blade is good, so I think it's Blasphemy or skip. Let me read Crimson Scarlet's request for advice. Recently got into Ascension 17. Enemies get new moveset, and honestly, it's throwing me off. I've been struggling for longer than I want to admit. Do you have any tips for anything about Ascension 17? I don't really know what specifically to ask for help for. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. So, like, these last Ascensions, 17, 18, and 19, and to some extent 20. I think 20 is actually, like, not that hard. I think 17, 18, and 19 are the hardest Ascensions. So, like, if you're at Ascension 17, you clearly understand, like, how to play the game. You understand, like, what the challenges are that you're going to encounter. The difference between winning at Ascension 16 and winning Ascension 19, unfortunately, is that you have to get your, like, the range of allowable plays shrinks quite a bit. So you have to get from less close to optimal to, like, closer to, like, playing perfectly to climb those Ascensions. You have a lot less leeway with specifically Ascension 17, 18, and 19. And it's never, like, big things, right? It's, like, just people hit you harder, and fights that used to be survivable now aren't. And there's not really any, like, specific advice I can give you, because the advice would just be how to play the game, you know, because it's not adding any specific new challenges, right? So unfortunately, my tips are probably not very useful. I think I am going to pick Blasphemy. Micromanaging your health more, take less risks, and try not to be greedy. See, so micromanaging, yes. I think micromanaging gets you into the right headspace, right? Because you need to do everything perfect to win the game. The game is, like, so difficult at Ascension 20 that you need to be, like, you need to do everything correctly. So, like, if you have a Ritual Dagger in the deck, you need to be, like, proccing at every fight, you know? If there's a fight where you could take 2 damage or you could take 0 damage, you need to take 0 damage. Like, taking little bits of chip damage is not gonna get you there. and that's just really tough. But take less risks and not be greedy is something I would disagree with, because sometimes you actually need to take more risks, right? Particularly early in the run, you have to do things that get you ahead of the curve, so that you're able to leverage your position being ahead of the curve to get further ahead, right? You can get more upgrades and win easier, because you need to be way ahead to like basically break the game and kill the heart. Do you think I'd recommend going for the heart every run, or just go for beating Act 3? So Mattertech, I definitely think if you're climbing Ascensions, for me at least, I just did Act 3. So I didn't do any keys until I got to Ascension 20, basically. I mean, it's fun to beat the heart, but it makes the game much harder, and I'd rather focus on the basics and like getting Act 3 boss kills every time than decreasing that chance slightly to try and get heart kills. All right, let's take Blasphemy. Skill pot versus speed pot seems okay. Actually, speed pot's pretty okay with pyramid, right? We're going to be able to line that up on 3 or 4 skills a lot of the time. It could be blocking for 20. Yeah, well, good luck, Crimson Starlight. It's a tough phase of your Slay the Spire development. I hope you get through it. Yeah, I think I like Speed Pot better than Skill Pot, which is unusual. I think usually Skill Pot's probably better, because Skill Pot like always gives you something, and it can be something that like gets you out of trouble. But Speed Pot, if your hand is empty, doesn't do anything. I think it's gonna be Speed Pot here. Okay. Choker, Dripper, and Bell. Bell is quite bad with Runic Pyramid. The Curse of the Bell, I'll pull it up in chat. Is it the Curse of the Bell or just Curse of the Bell? Just Curse of the Bell. So there's a couple of different types of statuses and curses. So like, consider the difference between Wound and Burn. Wound just says unplayable. Burn says at the end of your turn, take 2 damage. And with Pyramid, there's a big difference in how those behave. Since Wound is unplayable, it just stays in your hand. But anything that has an end of turn effect, like Burn, will do its effect and then discard itself. So even with Pyramid, Burn will not stay in your hand, but Wound will. Oops. Oh gosh, okay. Click the skip button. So the Curse from Calling Bell will stay in your hand forever with Runic Pyramid. So we're basically never picking this one. The Curse is exhaustible. You can't remove it from the deck, but it's you can exhaust it. And in fact, even Captain Grim, even Necronomicurse can be exhausted. It just comes back after being exhausted. So Choker or Coffee Dripper, we're doing at least one of them, or we're doing one of them. We don't have any healing. So Coffee Dripper seems dangerous, but Choker is also dangerous in a different way. What happened while you were gone was we got a raid from, oh gosh, I have to scroll back way too far. Mickey Lol. Let me shout out Mickey Lol. I always forget to do that. Sorry about that. If you're still here, Mickey Lol, there's your shout out. My bad. Thanks for the follow, Fighting Mongoose. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Yeah, so Mickey Lol's here. Mickey Lol's. Chatters are chatting. Lurkers are lurking. I saw that fancy Relic Infinity on Ironclad with Ashes, Necro, Tungsten, and Blue Candle. Hell yeah, that's fun. I think it's more common to do it with Necro, Blue Candle, Feel No Pain, and Juggernaut with an optional Tungsten Rod. But yeah, Ashes works even better than it's all relics. Okay, so Dripper or Choker. We are going into Divinity with Worship and Blasphemy. So the downside of Choker is that we're going to like play 1 card to enter Divinity and then play 5 cards in Divinity, which maybe is not enough to use the energy that we have. But I think it probably is enough. I kind of appreciate Choker because it forces you to prepare for Time Lord. Velvet Choker decks are always ready for Time Lord, right? They're never like trying to play 20 cards a turn. So that's the upside of Choker. The upside of Coffee Dripper is it costs nothing if you never need to rest. We don't have Lesson Learned, so upgrading at campsites is an option. We also have 1 proc of Gira left to get, so that'll take a campsite. We also have to recall. So not too many campsites are we going to want to rest. Ideally, we want to rest 0 times, right? So that would be the best case scenario. Coffee Dripper puts us in some danger, though, where we can't get that health back. We are very relic poor. Only 2 elites and no scrap ooze or anything. So we don't have, like... If we had, like, Molten Egg, for example, then we'd be really excited about bites, and then we could pick Coffee Dripper and get bites. We don't have that. Yeah, I think it's going to be Choker. I feel like Pyramid Choker kind of goes together, right? You want to play at least 5 cards a turn. You can't play more than 6. It works. Okay, let's go. Hyper Beam Guy's our boss. Try and Hyper Beam us. Sir Artemal, was the Choker pick surprising? You didn't like the Choker? Yeah, Sir Artemal hates the Choker. It's true. You're always against Choker. I think Blasphemy and then 5 cards is enough usually. Looks like a 3 elite act. We could do either these 2 and then these 2, or we could do either these 2 and then these 2. We're going here either way. You don't think 6 cards is enough in the heart fight? But like, if we like have 3 strength and we like worship like double wallop or something, like that's a really good heart turn. That's fine. You're gonna block all his damage, do a bunch of damage of your own. It's only 3 cards. Do we want to do a Mega Elite? Are we good at Act 2 Elites? Yes, we're good at Act 2 Elites. Blasphemy, Wallop. Not as much AoE as I would like to see, I guess. Blasphemy is so good at Act 2, but... tell that to me after we win this run, yeah. I mean, hopefully. I mean, Coffee Dripper is really nice, right? Coffee Dripper, like... When Coffee Dripper works, it has no downside, and that's amazing, right? It's the only energy relic that has no downside. Thanks for the follow, Crimson Scarlet. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. To me, any deck that needs Choker will lose. Huh. That's a weird take, Sir Artemal. But surely, like I've definitely won with Choker. Like, are you claiming that Choker decks can't ever win? Because that seems like a extremely hyperbolic claim. I think we start with one of these, go here, and then... Well, wait, if we do that, we have to go to the shop, right? Because we have 400 gold. So then are we forced into the Mega Elite? Seems like that forces us into the Mega Elite. But if we go here, we're also forced into the Mega Elite. I guess we could go right, and then we get to choose between fire and question mark. I guess the Mega Elite route doesn't have any extra fires. So it's question marks versus fire. Yeah, but isn't that still tantamount to saying that Watcher cannot win with Choker? Or are you saying that some Watcher decks don't need a boss relic? Like, what are you saying? If this Mega Elite is Strength, Book of Stabbing, are we okay? I think probably. If it is, like, Regenerating Slavers, are we okay? Thanks for the follow, Professional33. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Batch. Huh. You've never seen anyone win a Watcher deck with a Choker, nor have I won one myself. You must have averted your eyes at some point to avoid seeing that, because I have definitely won with Choker, 100%. I can't, like, point you to an exact VOD, because I wasn't prepared for this question, but, like, that has definitely happened on this stream. I would guess while you were here. I think I'm going to go right. Taking 4 hallway fights seems prudent, gets us a little extra resources, getting extra fire. I don't feel, like, super confident in my Act 2 elites. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to do a Mega Elite. Chosen's up first. She's not attacking on one, so let's get her. Glass Knife. Glass Knife does 16, Blood for Blood does 18. Is Blasphemy Blood for Blood lethal? Probably. Yeah, it's like 50 some. Oh, it's 60. I was wrong. There's a Foreign Influence Plus. I think his stock went down a little bit with the Pyramid. Prostrate. Could take the pressure off of Worship a little bit to get into Divinity. It also puts a little bit more pressure on Velvet Choker. If we pick a Prostrate, we either want to get 2 Prostrates or a Prey. I think Prey probably isn't good, because we have Pyramid and Choker. So playing an Insight is not good. We're a 4 energy deck that wants to play 5 to 6 cards a turn. So picking a 0 cost card can be correct. We already do have a couple of zeros, Foreign Influence, Swivel. But I think I'm going to add a Prostrate to that list. The birds. Yeah, it is tough to have, especially if we get another energy next act. If to be a 5 energy deck that's limited to playing 6 cards can feel very constraining. Looks like Wallop Vigilance to me. Oh wait, is Vigilance enough block? They're hitting for 18, blocking for 12. We can block for 17. I guess we can double defend Vigilance. Double defend Vigilance is fine. Okay. I'd rather Wallop in Wrath mode. Prostrate blocks out. We can do like Prostrate, Strike, Worship, Swivel. Set up for next turn. I like it. Gets a Worship in. Blasphemy seems unlikely to get a lethal this turn. And Eruption seems challenging. Sash Whipping this bird seems like a good idea. 7 bucks for 7. Yeah, should we see what's in the box? That's true, Whirlwind would be pretty outstanding here. Don't be fooled by the 0 costs. That's from the swivel. Consecrate seems pretty good. If we Eruption and play all the attacks, we can knock down the bird and weaken this bird. Seems fine. So let's go off on this bird. Oh wait, shoot. I can only knock down the bird if I hit that bird with all the attacks. I guess this bird's just dead, so I don't care if he's knocked down. I'm gonna restart the fight. I messed that up. Okay. This turn was Vigilance, Double Defend. The choker didn't matter, that was the wrong line. This turn was Prostrate, Worship, Strike, Swivel. Okay, and then we forward influenced, and I think taking the Consecrate's still correct. And then maybe we don't play Eruption and we use the attack bot instead to knock down somebody. I don't think playing Eruption is right. If we Blasphemy, does Wallop kill somebody? It does. So it'd be Blasphemy, and then Consecrate is going to hit for 21, which ends up being 10. So he's at 13. Yeah, Wallop would easily kill him. But then we would need Sash Whip and Eruption to also kill people. I don't think that's enough. Talk about restarting fights. I've noticed that it seems like a lot of viewers on Twitch don't like it and kind of hate on people for it. Is that just me? I don't know. I restart fights, and I'm not embarrassed about it. So maybe I'm not seeing the people who complain about it. If we Blasphemy, do we get lethal? So this does, let's see, so 14 times 3 is 42. 42 divided by 2 is 21. So definitely not, right? Or actually no, because this is going to do 10, right? So 21 kills him. And then this is going to do 15, right? Because he goes up to 30 and then gets halved. 15 is enough to kill him. And this one does 33, turns into 16. 16's off by 1. So we don't have lethal. We're off by 1. Attack bot is definitely lethal. I'm more interested in, like, doing the correct thing than I am about like winning and losing, right? Because as long as I can like satisfy myself that I like played correctly, it doesn't really matter if I win or lose. But if I play wrong, then I'm just like losing things I could be winning. So is attack pot worth ending this fight right now? The alternative to attack pot is what? We're not knocking down the bird because we're not playing Consecrate, so we like wall up to block for 7. Double defend, 17, 21. We probably weaken him so he hits for just 6. So we end up taking 18 plus 14. It's a lot of damage. I think the attack bot is worth it. Sneaky, I disagree with you. What do you think the spirit of the game is exactly? Because to me, it looks like a turn-based strategy game. Um, okay. Bowling bash. Way overkill. Let's take a second consecrate. Oh my god. Counting. Who needs it? Alright, Sir Edimal. Timing you out. You know what you did. I don't want to hear it. Alright, prostrate, worship, strike, swivel with Sister. Okay, so this is the turn with all the stuff. You think this save and exit is an intentional feature? I'm not 100% sure I agree with that. I think it's at least somewhat abusive. I mean, I don't really care what the intention of it is. I'm playing the game as presented, right? So I'm not going to take advantage of, like, actual bugs, right? I'm not going to use Pandora's Box to remove all the cards, all the strikes and defense from my deck. Because that's, like... that's me gaining access to a power that I'm not supposed to have access to. Restarting fights is a... I'm not exploiting the game. I'm just making sure that I'm doing things correctly. If that makes sense. Right, or smoke bombing the heart. Yes, wouldn't do that. You have a Kappa face there, which indicates that you're sarcastic, but I believe you actually can smoke bomb the heart. There's a timing exploit where if you click it really fast while you're like animating out of the card reward screen from the Spire Elite fight, I believe you can smoke bomb the heart. Okay, so I think we're taking Consecrate here. All right, we've played this turn a million different times. I forgot that I had played the whatchamacallit, the extra card here. So we have 5 cards. We play Blasphemy and have 4 cards. So then we need 1 card to kill each bird. So we just need to take the whatchamacallit, the Bowling Bash from this. Okay. Bowling Bash first, so there's still 2 targets. Okay. Alright, we got through it. Took some time. Halt versus Fall Up versus Empty Body. Do you mean getting late? Because getting laid means something completely different, Heimlich Noob. Yeah. Okay, so smoke bombing the heart was not sarcasm, but you put the Kappa face next to it. Why'd you put a Kappa face, Captain Grimm? You clearly understand that's possible. You just described it. You think having an undo button makes the game easier and wasn't really the intent? Yeah, that's literally what I said. I don't really care what the intent is. I care what the game does. So for example, Into the Breach saves after every move, but it has a built-in undo mechanic, right? So like in that game, I'm not gonna go in my file system like save off the intermediate save files so that I can like reload a fight, right? I'm gonna play the rule set that's available. Are there any Slave Spire resources for help learning Runic Dome patterns? I confess I didn't check at all, but I had my first Runic Dome run yesterday, and I always struggle to remember base attack generic patterns of some minions. What I use is the wiki. I just have the wiki open when I do a Runic Dome run. It's not like the best resource. Some people have a spreadsheet that they use, but I don't use the spreadsheet, so I don't have access to it. I think I probably have it saved somewhere, but do we pick follow-up? Follow-up hates choker, loves pyramid. We said no to a follow-up earlier. It does sound like we're a little bit low on damage, though. Thanks to the follow. Ooh, that's a challenge name. Poulet-Tetrie? I don't know, it looks French. Poulet-Tetrie. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the vegetable patch. Poulet-Tetrie. I don't know how to speak French. Is it French? It looks French. Empty body could work too. Exiting calm. Empty body doesn't have the same problem as empty fist, where if you're in divinity, you want to play empty fist to get the extra damage. For empty body, you don't get extra block when you're in divinity, so you can just use empty body after you're done attacking. For example, if you have an empty fist and a eruption in your hand and you're in wrath, you have to choose which one exits the stance. But if you have an eruption and an empty body, you just play the eruption and then the empty body. That's fine. But I don't think I'm going to pick it because it doesn't do very much. Okay. Could pick Halt, but I don't think I'm going to. Not yet, anyway. Let's see what's in the box. Whale Kick's nice. Poison Zap's kind of interesting. I think this turn's Whale Kick. Whale Kick and then Worship and Prostrate. Maybe could have saved the Prostrate. No Wallop in hand, so can't do that. Have a lot of block cards, a Speed Pot, and a Pyramid, so we want to get rid of them. 5 energy. So that's probably what's happening this turn. The auto mod won't allow you to post it. If you post it in Discord, I can repost it for you. Oh, darn. Is this enough block if we Vigilance triple defend with Speed Pot? Currently it is 9-15. We need 24. Seems like it should be enough. And indeed it is. We could fit in a strike too if we wanted to. Since we're already blocked out. Save a defend for later. Seems okay. Alright, now we have Blasphemy and Wallop and stuff. We're still weak. We could Sash Whip so that he's also weak. Is it going to be lethal if we Blasphemy? It's like Blasphemy, Wallop, Strike, Sash Whip, Eruption. Blasphemy would give us plenty of energy, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Enough cards is enough damage. Presumably this does 30. This is 18-ish. 30 plus 18 is 48. Seems like it's enough damage. Alright, let's do the precise damage count then. We've got 2 strength and does 12 root damage, so it's 14 root damage. Triple that is 42. Minus the weak is minus 11, so it should be 31. 28 effective damage because of the malleable. This is too much work. I'm going to use calculator. Alright, calculator. So this does 14, and then strike does 8. And Sash Whip does 10, right? Sash Whip is 8 default. Yeah, so Sash Whip does 10. And then another 8 from another strike. And then Eruption is 11. And all of that is times 3 times 0.75. So it's 114 damage. I don't think his malleable is going to block that. Let's do it. So much math. Not close. Okay. Flurry seems like a no-go for a choker deck. I said I would consider a halt more. Is this the time? Does it get better? I think the reason I didn't pick halt before is because when I enter Eruption, I just wallop that turn. It's like Eruption, wallop, exit. Or like Blasphemy, wallop at the end of fights. So like, what is the halt actually doing? Halt's pretty good though. Scales your decks. It's a 0-cost card like Prostrate and Foreign Influence. Helps us play 6 cards a turn. Okay, I'm going to pick a halt. I don't know why I skipped it before, but I've changed my mind. Alright. We've got money. Secret Weapon lets us get the talk to the hand that we don't have. Prayer Wheel is pretty insane. Pretty small deck so far, so we're still definitely looking for stuff. Omni is a challenge with choker decks. Omni is good, but it's a challenge. Could pick up a Mental Fortress. It helps make our cards denser, so we can play fewer cards and get more stuff out of them. Marbles if we want to blow people up on turn 1. I think I like Prayer Wheel card remove, which takes almost all of the money. Kind of sucks the air out of the room. Don't have much room left after we do that. We can also afford Prayer Wheel Dark Shackles. So Prayer Wheel would like help us find our second wallop or like Deva form. Worship. There's a bunch of cards this deck needs. Talk to the hand. It increases our meta scaling. Yum. Dark Shackles is not particularly good against Hyper Beam guy, who's our immediate challenge. It's best against Champ for Act 2 boss fights. Also pretty good against Collector. I guess it's good if you can remove the artifact charges. We just have the 1 Sash Whip for that. That would take a while. And he only ever times 2 attacks. Alright, I think it's just going to be Prayer Wheel card remove. Alright. Let's keep cruising. Triple Cultist. Yikes. Let's go ahead and go into Calm. And then we could play a Defend just to get rid of it. Next turn they will be attacking for 18. No, I didn't pick Marbles. This isn't really like a turn 1 deck. It could turn into a turn 1 deck, but not yet. Marbles does help remove the artifact charges. If we took Marbles, we'd probably take Dark Shackles. Marbles is good, but Prayer Wheel helps us metascale, and metascaling is great. I'm going to hold the Defend. We've got 5 energy next turn, and we need to block for 18, so double Defend is pretty reasonable next turn. Maybe I use a Sash Whip? Nah. Okay. Be nice to Worship this turn. Worship, Defend, Swivel blocks out, almost. I guess we could throw in Halt in there. It would block out. Or Sash Whip. Strike Sash Whip would block out. Okay. Oh wait, that's too much energy, right? Yeah, we'd have to use the Swivel to have enough energy for that. Alright, I'll just use the Halt then. So it's like Strike, Defend, Swivel, Worship, Halt. Okay. I don't have enough energy for that, because Strike and Defend both cost 1. So we're just skipping the Strike, that's fine. Okay, so we just Vigilance turn 1, we save these both. Alright, so it's Defend, Swivel, Halt, Worship. Sure. No Wrath Exit, because we already used the Calm Enter, so we have to get lethal if we're doing Eruption. Probably don't have Blasphemy lethal, although I guess I'll check. Blasphemy makes Wallop do 14 times 3 is 42. No convenient target for that. Yeah. Let's see what this does. Dramatic Entrance is pretty good. Okay, is it lethal now? Blasphemy and 4 cards, be Dramatic Entrance and Wallop for sure. Which would do 42 plus 30. So that's enough to kill anybody for sure. This does 30, so we'd only have to do 20 damage with the last one. This does 30, that does 30. This does 24. Yeah, it seems lethal. Okay. Two cards left. Okay. Yeah, this is a Pyramid run. It's been a little bit stressful. We've Pyramid and Choker are making our lives difficult here. Just talk to the hand. Talk to the hand seems good. Do we ever skip talk to the hand? We're not like in great position to take advantage of it. It is a Choker deck. I'm gonna take it anyway. Talk to the hand is good. Yeah. Blocking 15. I mean, that's not really the best, A. And B, that's really good. So I don't know what the complaint is. 20 is not a multiple of 3, so I'm suspicious about that number. Actually, 15 is not a multiple of 2 either. What are your numbers coming from? It goes from 2 to 3, friend. So it'd be 12 to 18. But if we got like Ragnarok, it'd be way higher. I think we skipped this one. We get to be pretty picky now because we have a prayer wheel, so I don't think any of these rise to the level. Consecrate's kind of good. Blasphemy double consecrate is 5 attacks. Ooh, Sim 125 is in the playtest. Cool, let me write that down. Aren't you already in here? You are not. Well, alright then. Cool. Well, expect me to reach out in about 4 months, unfortunately. There's a bit of a backlog. Oh wait, 2 months, right? Because it's 8 weeks? Yeah, 8 weeks is 2 months. I am excited to have so many people getting into the playtest. Alright, we're skipping this. Okay. Looks like we take a fire for an upgrade. Oh wait, we can lift. Best upgrade is probably Talk to the Hand. Blasphemy and Worship don't do anything because we have Pyramid. Foreign Influence is good too. Yeah, we died to... last run was really promising. We started with a Violet Lotus, and then we found the Rushdown in Act 1. So we were just a little bit shy of getting Rushdown combos. We just needed like a Scroll or a Runic Pyramid or something to draw a full hand. But then we restarted the Hexaghost fight, and did something weird the second time and didn't have enough damage. And so he killed us on like turn 8. Maybe we needed more damage in Act 1. It's kind of always my problem when I try to build Rushdown decks, right? I try to do it like too aggressively, and I skip a bunch of cards I'm supposed to take, and then I die. And that's why we're trying to increase my Watcher win rate. Trying to make it better. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the lift. I think that's the line here. Get stronger. Ooh, Mafatha also redeeming playtest. Mafatha and Sir Artemal. Sir Artemal, that one's for you. Oh, for Crimson. Okay, Crimson Starlight. Okay. Very well. Do you want a... oh, I see. Yeah, you said you wanted to... Oh, they're both for Crimson? Well... yeah, so Malfatha and Sir Artemal both hang out here a lot, so I think they were just waiting for somebody to ask. Let's see, should I refund one of those? Which of you two wants a refund? Or do you want to name somebody else? Gets playtest. Tell me how to handle this. Okay, I'll leave Sir Artemal on the list for now. Sir Artemal, you can tell me who gets the actual thing. All right. So I think the plan for Slavers is Blasphemy stuff. Maybe Foreign Influence just lets us stuff right now. Conclude. I do like Blasphemy Conclude. Wheel Kick's probably more useful this turn. Wheel Kick would let us Wheel Kick into Sash Whip. If we Eruption, Halt, Sash Whip, Conclude, do we kill anybody? Quick question, how will you reach out Twitch DMs? Yeah, that's been my... So, previously I asked people to join the Discord, but then sometimes people didn't do it, and I had to go find them on Twitch DMs anyway. So Twitch DMs has been how I've reached out recently. Because I can just paste your name into Twitch and reliably find the right person. Sometimes people's Discord names are different too. Although the actual playtest will be a Discord call. So Let's see, we have 3 strength, so Blasphemy Conclude is 45 damage. Unfortunately, we only have 2 other attacks in hand, so that's never lethal. Okay. Let's just do Wheel Kick. Seems like we need some better options for this turn. Do we have Eruption before we Wheel Kick? Eruption Wheel Kick means this hits for 36. 36 plus 12 is 48, off by 2. If we top deck a... wait, isn't there a... There's no... I thought we had the 0-cost AoE attack in this deck. Was that just something we got offered by a foreign influence or something? Huh. That's confusing. Alright, so there's no convenient out, so I'll just Wheel Kick first. And then Sash Whip. And probably defend Block Pot for the last bit. They're hitting for 30. We'd be blocking for 17, 21, take 9. Or we could take 6 if we use Halt. Yeah, Slavers are a big challenge. I think this is fine. Take 9. Uh-oh. I needed to draw Wall Up this turn so I could wall up this Slaver to death. We cannot get netted. If we get netted, we die. Is that true? We could block the net. Because he's not weakening. This is wounds, not a status, so it would block the net. Eruption Strike is 12 plus 18, 36 damage. 12 plus 36 is 50, so we could kill this Slaver. Block the net. Block for 12, he hits for 16. It seems okay. And then next turn we have like Wall Up for that Slaver. I did my math wrong and he's not dead. Man, I've been restarting an awful lot today. Alright, we started with Foreign Influence, we took Wheel Kick. I'm not trying to reevaluate these things, just trying to repeat them. We Sash Whipped him, defended, and Block Potted, and I think we were done there and we saved the Halt, yeah. Okay. Why isn't this lethal? 36 plus 12. It's not 38 plus 12, it's 36. 18 plus 18, 36, not 38. Okay. You rarely die to book. Man, that sounds nice. Have to say, I frequently die to book. Okay, do we ever kill this Slaver then? If we do, these guys are hitting for 21, that turns into 42. I don't think we can block for 42. Block for 12, 16, 19, 24. Blasphemy is clearly not lethal. So I guess we just block for as much as we can and block the net. So blocking for as much as we can is 4, 9, 14, plus 3, 17, heading for 21, so we take 3. Got a Worship down. Seems okay. A little bit slow. We could strike or halt. I guess we're taking exactly 3 now, huh? So we should probably halt. So this is 17, they're hitting for 21. Yeah, no wait, that's 17 and 21, the difference is 4, not 3. So if we could save a plated armor, I would, but since we can't, I think I won't. We could strike for no reason. I guess if we strike, then Wallop is lethal outside of Eruption next turn. But we probably just want to play Eruption next turn. I guess if we strike, let's see, so how much does Wallop do in Eruption? We've got 3 strength, so 15, 30. We can't put anybody under 30. I guess strike plus Eruption is lethal. So I'm gonna strike this guy. Do we blast me next turn? If we get lethal. You won't be able to attack next turn. Yeah, that's what the artifact bot was for. So Eruption kills him. Wallop will hit for 30, unless we want to blast me, in which case it hits for 45. Still not a very convenient number. Eruption blasts me 45 plus 1 attack would kill Taskmaster, and then we'd have 1 attack left to kill Slaver, which clearly doesn't work. Okay. We are going to be weak this turn. I think I'm actually going to Wallop on Taskmaster. Do you get overkill armor from Wallop? No, you do not. And if they have armor, you don't get that armor. It's only like damage that gets the health loss from Wallop is or maybe you do get overkill block, huh? The phrasing says you should, but I don't think you do. It looks like we're ending in Wrath here. Yeah, it seems like the phrasing says you should, but yeah, I don't think you do. Yeah, exactly. We need to kill Taskmaster so we don't get wounded to death. And we might already get wounded to death. Yeah, we're safe this turn, so I'm not too worried. And I guess I want to strike in the shuffle, so I'm going to strike. Alright, 2 wounds. We got a free divinity here. Which should help with the weak. I guess we have to block too, so Vigilance defend. Oh boy. Swivel Prostrate blocks. We might get checkmated here. It depends on the deck order. That should be enough, right? Yeah, it turns into 36. Just got there. Whew, that was a scary one. Signature move seems bad. Tranquility seems okay. Cost 0 so we can get rid of it. Scrawl seems terrible with Pyramid. And Choker. I think we're just skipping here. I guess Tranquility gets us out of Wrath, which is a minor problem that we have sometimes. The deck is large enough now that we're not able to reliably line up Eruption and Vigilance. It says plus on it. Okay, sometimes it's extra energy. Okay, Surprise Shop. Ooh, missing out on Medical Kit for the run. Medical Kit's pretty good with Pyramid. That's a bit of a heartbreaker. Talk to the Hand is available here. Two Talk to the Hands. Okay, sold. Like Water also helps us block with without playing too many cards. Said Medkit. Nope, it will never be reoffered. Even if you play Endless, you'll never see it again. Two more Elites or an extra Fire? Yeah, we got Mob Bank and then immediately used it. There was a one-floor Mob Bank. It seems like upgrades are pretty good. We've got two Talk to the Hands we want to upgrade. 4 and Influence still needs an upgrade. I think we go for the Fires. I'm feeling like I'm a little bit behind the curve here. In terms of power level. So maybe I do the... Oh wait, both routes actually only have one hallway fight. It's either this hallway fight or that hallway fight. So whenever you see an item in a shop, it'll never be available again if you don't take it. Yes, every single relic is only seen once a run. What are the bottom 3 relics in the game, in your opinion? It's a difficult question to answer because it's so context sensitive, right? Like Spirit Poop and the bad masks from Face Trader, I don't know. Are those allowable answers? Those aren't allowable. Well, what's the parameters there? Relics that actually do something. The Face Trader relics do something, they just do bad things. Naloth's Hungry Mask, quite terrible. Mostly because it costs you a relic to get. I could go right with those upgrades. Question card, my god, Prayer Wheel question card? Okay, I guess. We're gonna see a lot of cards. Smith up a Talk to the Hand seems like the obvious pick. Oh. I think Upgrade All is better than Remove. I talked about this in the past, and I said my breakpoint was like 4 cards, and we have 6 cards to upgrade here. The upgraded cards have extra value because of Runic Pyramid too, and because of Divinity. So any like extra damage on strikes is super valuable. Relics that don't actively make you run worse. Okay, yep, that's true. Spirit Poop is unique because it gives you the smallest possible negative value, right? It's like, scored is the resource you care the least about in the entire run, and it reduces it by the smallest possible value. But it's technically negative. So the worst, like, so it's probably like, what, like Jizu Bracelet and like Darkstone Periapt, and like Unceasing Top. I don't know, Unceasing Top is probably better than something, right? There's probably some common that like doesn't do anything. No, Blue Candle can be like game breaking. Although it frequently also does nothing. Boot. Sometimes Tiny Chest does nothing. If you have like a Sozu White Beast statue and Toy Ornithopter are the worst relics in the game. You have a Coffee Dripper, Regal Pillow is the worst relic in the game. Most relics are pretty good. Strike dummy is pretty bad. Oh, bottled flame? Bottled flame specifically is pretty bad. Almost never want bottled flame. I guess we want bottled flame in this deck, but usually you don't want it. Watcher has Talk to the Hand. No other class has anything that good. There's really no bad rares. Sometimes Dead Branch hurts you. But usually not. Certainly not going to put Dead Branch on a worst relics in the game list. I'd get unsubbed and unbidded. Ancient Coin with Ectoplasm, sure. For that matter, Golden Idol with Ectoplasm. Well, not much action this turn. I guess we're using Defend and Prostrate to block. But those are contextual, right? He explicitly asked the question non-contextually. So, we should answer it without context as well. Ouch. Wallop Sashwhip, kill the gremlins. Seems worth doing. Strike or skip? I'll get Coconut once she's done eating. She just left here to eat and yell at me. Well, wait, Ring of the Snake is a bag of prep. Or wait, do I have the wrong one? Yeah, Ring of the Snake is a bag of prep. Bag of prep's pretty good. It's not good in the context in which it appears, right? Oh man, Active War. No. Art of War, you're way off. Art of War is one of the best common relics. You have to build around it, but once you do, it's an energy relic in common. And that's insane. Alright, so we got the Talk to the Hands down. Let's play Worship as well. And I guess Foreign Influence while we can. All out attack will help us clear out gremlins. Alright, he's attacking for 33. We have Eruption, Halt, Vigilance. How do you use it? How often can you set up a no-attack turn and set up a big turn next turn? Yeah, I think you want to build your... If you get an early Art of War, you just build your deck with no attacks. You just have some other way of doing damage. It is difficult to do with Watcher specifically. But almost every other class has an easy way to build around it. I guess maybe that's when you do pressure points, right? If you get an early Art of War, you build pressure points and like Third Eyes. And you just block and pressure points. Get an extra free boss relic. Do I risk the Eruption, Halt, Owlette attack, discarding Vigilance? Oh yeah. I didn't actually scroll down to the shop relics, so that's why I missed it. But yeah, Prismatic Shard's pretty bad. Strange Spoon is pretty bad. Sling of Courage is bad for a shop relic. Oh my god, Hand Drill. Hand Drill is abysmally bad. Naloth's Hungry Face obviously is negative. Yeah, Hand Drill definitely needs to be on the list. I think I am going to risk all out attack discarding Vigilance. I hope it doesn't, but I will risk it. Please be merciful. Just missed by one. Thanks for the follow, Old Head. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. 3 cards left. It's probably like Defend, Strike, Vigilance. Or Strike, Defend, Vigilance, whatever. Or we could double defend vigilance. Let's see, he's only hitting for 33, so strike vigilance already has us covered. I had a prismatic shard win the other day, though. I can't criticize prismatic shard too much. Let me go get that cat. She's done eating. Started yelling at my wife. What I have for you today is a very confused cat. This cat has no idea what's going on. Did she do a good thing? Did she do a bad thing? Is she being punished? Is she being rewarded? She has no idea. What are the humans even doing? We added a new litter box for Coconut, and my wife was, once upon a time, training her to use it. So she would give her a treat whenever she went in that litter box. Now Coconut thinks that she can trick my wife, so she goes into the litter box and then comes right back out, and then starts yelling to beg for a treat. And so now, to try and reverse the previous training, my wife has taken to spraying her with a spray bottle when she does that. And then, unrelated to all that completely, is somebody asked for Coconut to be on stream. So I picked her up immediately after she got sprayed, and she was like, "What? What's happening now?" Okay, let's go into Wrath and give a strike. I guess we have lethal. I'll take lethal. That's some nice rewards. Dupe pot and an oddly smooth stone. I'll take it. Cut through fate, just lucky, foreign influence, and empty body. Third foreign influence that's been offered this run. We picked the first one, but didn't pick the second one, even though the second one was upgraded. It was a foreign influence plus, and we skipped it. Kitty's learning that there's a good staff member and a bad staff member. I'm going to steal that and refer to myself as a staff member. I like it. I think we skip all these. I don't think really card draw is something we're looking for. Pyramid's already putting a lot of pressure on our hand size. I guess that Just Lucky pays off both the strength from Gira and the Talk to hands, and it scries things so that we don't have to draw them. That's pretty decent. It's a lot of work for one little zero cost card to be doing. Maybe we do pick a Just Lucky. I keep picking fasting and then dying. No, I've never heard that. Dogs have owners, cats have staff. Lovely. Cats have attendants. What is the worst case scenario for Just Lucky? Well, I already have a oddly smooth stone too. We have a lot of stats. 4 stats at the start of a fight. I'll take a Just Lucky with 4 stats. And then we smith the other Talk to the Hand, or do we rest? This is not the Pantograph run, so we don't have Pantograph coming. It's probably wise to rest at least one of these campsites, and I'll do the first one so I don't die. Alright, is it a Snake Plant? No. I guess I'll Eruption Prostrate. If we get into trouble, we have Halt and Vigilance next turn. I guess this fight is entirely predictable, so we're not going to get into trouble, but, you know. We can actually land weak on the Sentry, or or damage return. Unfortunately, we do that at the same time as we kill him, which makes it seem less effective. Alright, let's go ahead and kill him. And block out. Okay. Wallop is ineffective in the fight. Triple defend blocks for 18. Triple defend with swivel blocks out. Got the energy for it, why not? I guess we are actually already blocked out, is the reason why not. Because of the thingamajig. So let's worship instead. Okay. Is it lethal? These do 36. 36 times 2 is 72. So yes, it is lethal. Yeah, that one overkilled and had armor, but it gave me exactly his health worth of block. So there's the science. It does exactly... It neither overkills nor gets armor for block. There's a Deva form. Deva form plus choker is not amazing. Wave of the Hand is quite good. Yeah, if we pick Deva form, we would be looking for a we'd be looking for an X cost thing. Maybe if we already had an X cost thing, I'd do it. Wave of the Hand is up against our third divinity card. I would really like a third divinity card. Ideally a prostrate. This is prostrate right there. So we could do a prostrate and upgrade one at the fire, and then we'd be a once per shuffle divinity. Wave of the Hand is super duper good though, and we have 2 Talk to the Hands. So it's pretty helpful to be able to peel for them. We were just lucky for doing little bits of block, prostrate. We'll find another prostrate later. There's a second just lucky here. Let's take the Wave of the Hand. That's going to get the upgrade too. I love how we're seeing 8 cards per per fight. Jesus. Can pick 2 of them. Almost triple the normal cards per fight. Do we take a second just lucky? We haven't even played the first one yet. I'm reticent to add a second copy of a card before I even, like, get to experience what it feels like to play it. How many zero cost cards do we have? 1-ish. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zero cost cards in a 22 card deck. So like 1 out of 4 of our cards are zero cost. That sounds approximately right. I don't think I want to go any higher than that. 1 out of 5 would be perfect, I think. So no on just lucky. Could take Crush Joints. It says plus on it. We are a Divinity deck, so vulnerable is pretty valuable. Yeah, I think with the Wave of the Hand, we're pretty committed to peeling off artifact charges, so vulnerable I think is pretty good. Okay. And I think we're upgrading the Wave of the Hand. Wave's got a pretty good upgrade. Talk to the Hand's probably the other, they're like runner-up here. Pressure Points Watcher is S tier, change my mind. I'm not going to engage with that, unfortunately. I think that's I think that's like a, I don't know, not a good faith argument. Gremlin Knob. That's a challenge. But like also this fight, like, are you really gonna get through 3 artifact charges? We can Wave Defend Wallop. Let's see what foreign influences first. Yikes. I guess I'll take a follow-up. I think I'd like to save the Wallop for a turn when I actually need it. Bludgeon for 96 is a thing, that's true. Feels really bad to not do anything this turn. That's true. You know what? I'm persuaded by all the people in the chat. We have a swivel in the deck. I think Bludgeon is the superior choice. Good catch, chatters. Wave Wallop Defend peels off 2 artifact charges, but it wastes the wave of the hand. I think I'm just gonna do a Bludgeon right now because it gives me a way to do something this turn. Bonk. We'll redraw it. Alright, so now we take all the artifact charges away. And like Wallop Sash Whip top of the hand. Space Marine high five. This little guy is going to take Blasphemy. I don't really care about Blasphemy. I don't really want it back that badly. So I'm going to target the other one. How did we get 3 weak? Oh, one of the weak is from Sash Whip. Okay. How about, like, Worship Crush Joints? What's he taking? He can take a Talk to the Hand. That's kind of a big deal. He's actually guaranteed to take Talk to the Hand. I don't like that. So, let's kill it. And take back the Talk to the Hand. By force, if necessary. Just like he almost kills him. Not quite. Strike blocks for 6 if we hit kill him, so I'll do that. Eruption next turn is, I guess, fairly good. And then, like, double defend, blocks for more than Vig. Double defend is actually more than is necessary. We could play Swivel, actually. No, that's off by 1. Okay, let's double defend then. I'll Tranquility this turn for Choker considerations next turn. Kind of depends on what we draw. His weak is about to wear off, so I think Wave the Hand is probably happening here. Wallop seems good next turn. I will Swivel now to set up Wallop next turn. And curry a Choker Charge. I was hoping for that that Bludgeon, so we could, like, Divinity Bludgeon. Looks like we gotta hold that for a turn if we want it. We can block for 30 with a Wallop and then exit. Exit double defend. I want to save the Worship for the Bludgeon, but you're right, it would be a lot of damage. I guess we've already blocked out. Let's see, 43 plus 6 is 49. Yeah, we blocked out. So I'll get a Vulnerable for next turn. Take your pitiful Hyper Beam out of here. I'll show you a Hyper Beam. Bonk. 150. How's that for a Hyper Beam? Great call, chat. Thanks for helping me out. Ragnarok seems incredible in the deck. 2 Talk to the Hands, a Swivel, Divinity deck. Let's see. We're never picking Scrawl, that's not good. Vault is insane. Yeah, Vault is nuts. I feel like the deck is pretty short on damage, though. Like, even in that last fight, we needed 4 Influence into Wallop for damage. Doesn't seem like a healthy way to be. The rest of the deck seems great. Wave the Hand, Talk to the Hand, that's a great Watcher formula. Blasphemy Wallop there, too. So I think I'm going to take a Ragnarok. Yeah, exactly. For choker considerations, Ragnarok is pretty busted. Pretty happy taking a dupe pot to the end of the game, so we could take Sozu. Sozu's our only option for energy. Pandora's Box seems pretty weak. We only have 6 basics left, and they're all upgraded. What would be the best case scenario for Pandora's Box? 2 more Talk to the Hands and another Ragnarok, another Swivel, and another Prostrate. That'd be pretty good. What are we Astrolabing if we Astrolabe? Probably 2 strikes and a defend. Power cards would be fine. Another Wallop, sure. Astrolabe just seems like a worse version of Pandora's Box, because we have time to upgrade the good stuff that comes out of Astrolabe, or that comes out of Pandora's Box. Like, upgrades aren't super important. Aw, I miss playing Paper Magic, yeah. I feel that. I wish playing games with people. Wouldn't that be nice if we could play games with other people in the world? I totally forgot that we have a fully procced Gira for our Ragnarok. That's like the main pitch for it. I didn't even say it out loud. Once we get Ragnarok upgraded, it goes from 36 damage to 54 damage. And that's before any sort of shenanigans. Divinity mode and or vulnerable makes that easy damage caps. Random tech question, does anybody know what happens if you play Vault as the last card versus Time Eater? It's a great question, Mattertech, and the reason it's a great question is because it's a really good interaction. You skip the Time Eater's turn completely, is what happens. So he does get his 2 strength, and he does start a new clock cycle, but he doesn't do anything on his turn. Which is hella dope. So you can effectively play 24 cards in a row against Time Eater if you have a Vault. And you would be otherwise capable of playing 24 cards. Which is how a lot of Watcher decks kill him. Yeah, not with Choker. We take a lot of Wallops, or a lot of Vaults to play 24 cards in a row with Choker. Take 4 Vaults. Okay, so it's between Pandora's Box and Sozu. Pandora's Box has got some pretty real dream potential. Yeah, you know, I also stumbled into the the Vault Time Eater interaction, because it seems like something should happen, right? It's like there's some weird science to be done there, but yeah, it's actually even called out in the wiki. So when I did it for the first time, I was surprised, but sure enough, there is information out there. But that is how that works. It's actually, honestly, like one of the reasons why Vault is so good. Like it's beyond just being a time walk. It's like in the Time Eater fight, it's even better than that. Resets his clock to 0. Why is this choice hard? Seems like it should just be Sozu, right? Being a 5 energy watcher. We have a Ragnarok in the deck now. There's a lot of expensive stuff we want to do. We're going to get choked more if we do that. It changes the ideal ratio of 0-cost cards in the deck if we want to play 6 cards a turn. Is somebody learning about Blasphemy Vault? Yeah, Blasphemy definitely kills you. I think it's gonna be Sosu. Alright, Dupebot, let's go on a journey. Donu deck is first. We don't have enough money to want to go to a shop, but we have to because there's a shop in front of the Mega Elite. And we have to fight the Mega Elite. Darn. Talk to the Hand is so weird in this fight because it like wears off if they go down and get back up. Vigilance blocks out by itself. Speaking of Pandora's Box, I'm listening to Stephen Fry's book Mythos, which is about Greek mythology. Zeus is just a terrible person. Half the bad shit that happens is his fault. Rather than properly dealing with his problems, he just lightning bolts them away. Yeah, it's really interesting. The pre-Socratic Greek worldview is that the strongest people are the people who are right. It's hard from like a modern cultural context to sort of like imagine a time when like the strongest person in the room is the best person in the room. But like before, democracy sort of like leveled the playing field and said like everyone's voice has an equal value of 1 vote. The philosophy of the time was like, if you have the strongest army, you get to make the laws. And that's the era that Zeus represents, right? Because they invented that mythology before they invented democracy. I guess we're playing Just Lucky to set up for next turn. I guess I'll play Talk to the Hand for damage. Maybe I play neither. I'll play just the Talk to the Hand. I want to save the Just Lucky in case we need 3 block. No, that's stupid. I want to set it for next turn. No, people did think Zeus was right. No, they were saying he's a model of good behavior. Zeus was the one you want. Everybody wants to be like Zeus. Zeus is the strongest. He can kill anybody. That's what makes him good. Okay, let's play Forward Influence. We could rebound Ragnarok. We could Wheel Kick to try and get out of trouble this turn. Let's Wheel Kick. I was hoping for Blasphemy. I think Blasphemy Ragnarok might have been lethal here. 4 cards left. Yeah, it deals 10,000 damage. Is the way it works. It also counts as a buff. You can't remove it with the artifact charges or orange pellets. Yeah, I took a hold class on this. It's sorry, wait, does Judgment just do 30 damage, or does it set it to 0? Judgment sets it to 0. Zeus and Hera. Zeus is a philanderer, and he fights with Hera, but that's a model of godly behavior, not a and like. But Hera stays with him, right? Like he's the core of the family unit. She's unable to oppose him because he's too strong. How did the generations of gods happen? They kill each other. They kill their father. That's how they prove themselves to be the strongest. Their father was the old strongest. Now they are the strongest. Well, this turn is bad. We're taking like 30 damage. Is Dukepot Ragnarok lethal here? Definitely not, right? It ends up being 8 times 10, 80 damage. Barely enough to kill 2 of them. Can we kill 1 of them? Our only targeted damage is Talk to the Hand and Strike, which is just 20, which is short. That's true. Dukepot Worship is an interesting idea. Goes into Divinity immediately. This hits for 24 times 5. Which is more, right? It's 120, right? 120... We'd have 1 card left. He doesn't die to 2 hits. He doesn't die. So it's 2 hits here, 2 hits there, and then 2 hits doesn't kill him either. We could do a strike. Let's see, strike would hit for 36. 62 minus 36 is 36. Wait, no, 26. 26 is slightly above 24, so it hit twice, hit twice, hit twice, and die. Because this is we do 48 damage. I mean, it would be nice to keep Dukepot, but I don't want to take 30. What? What? What are you saying? Emmy, Joe's, yes I am. I suspect it's a quote from something, right? Probably a quote from a translation of Greek mythology, if I had to guess, but I don't know what it means. If this is 24, so we could put this on him. He goes from 62 to 48. Oh, wait, to 40. Sorry, it does 24. So he goes to 38. Then we get... So Ragnarok probably kills him and doesn't kill him. I think we're going to do it just to block Dukepot Worship. Talk to the Hand Rag. Referring to the classic theme of the son will be stronger than the father. Cronus kills his father, Zeus kills his father. It's interesting because they I don't have any background in this. This is just me going off the cuff. But like, the sons always kill the fathers in Greek mythology, but then also the like generations of men that existed on Earth are getting weaker over time because like the first mortals on Earth were the like Titans or whatever, right? And then the like Titans spawn, and then they had like the like golden generation of heroes that they all revere, and they're always saying that like people now are shit, right, compared to the people that used to be. The old people are really cool. And like that's kind of like they're kind of saying the gods are getting stronger and people are getting weaker, which is an odd thing to think. Like, why would both of those be happening? Not quite right. Oh. Yeah, I think we need the dupe pot immediately, unfortunately. It blocks. You don't think they said the gods are getting stronger? Yes, Zeus defeated Kronos, but wasn't that through trickery and getting allies? Kinda, but like Kronos kills Chaos, or not Chaos. Who does Kronos kill? Like they're all killing their fathers. I see. So you're saying like they get weaker but more numerous, and then they can team up on the old generation. That's not wrong. Well, if these two guys get back up, we're going to be right back where we started. It looks like that is inevitable here. So at least let's keep the sash whip, or the wave of the hand around. Get him close to dead, I guess. Yeah, same. I'm probably saying all kinds of stuff wrong. This blocks out. We could relieve some choker pressure on future turns by playing like this. That makes sense. Halt is likely to be useful because we have Eruption coming up. Okay. Eruption kills you, Wallop does 30 killing you. But then we don't have the 25 damage to finish that up. But we can probably draw it next turn. So let's try. Okay, make a card cost 0 next turn. I think Blasphemy Crush Joint should be lethal, right? So I think it's guaranteed. Yeah, Wheel Kick seems plenty strong. Alright, well we lost our potion immediately, but it's not too bad. Poor Nyx, so frequently overlooked. Do we take Worship? If we take Worship, we can remove Prostrate from the deck. Makes the deck denser. We can just wait until we have 2 Worships in hand and then play 2 Worships and 4 Divinity Mode cards. Yeah, I'm also enjoying the mythology talk. Wreath of Flame is kind of nice with Ragnarok. Kinda. Could take an extra Just Lucky. Deceive Reality is pretty nice too. Deceive Reality lets us pay off the decks from Smoothstone. Definitely not taking a third Just Lucky. Oh wait, that would be my second. I thought I had two already. Maybe I do take a second one. Just Lucky's probably the pick from here, and then Worship from here. I think we'd take both. Okay. And now we can remove the Prostrate, which you don't really need anymore. Or something else. Rushdown, normally pretty good, but we have a Choker. Dark Shackles is nice. We don't see Awaken 1. Could be Awaken 1. I guess Dark Shackles is good in either of the other two boss fights. It's either Awaken 1 or it's Time Lord, both of which you can shackle. Right. Yeah, Hades is just a dude who's in a place. He gets mad at people. He's got his powers. An adamantine scythe. Is it adamantine? I don't know about that. I think it's Carter Move or Dark Shackles. Can't do both. If we do Dark Shackles, we have 4 extra gold. Seems like that's probably not useful. Carter Move would hit probably Prostrate. I'd rather just play Worship twice than try and play Prostrate 3 times. Or upgrade it. Thanks for the follow, Red Pill. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Didn't you already follow this stream? I thought I got 2 follow messages about you. Maybe not. All right, let's do the Carter Move. I think that makes the deck better. The Dark Shackles is nice, but not super necessary. Okay. Maybe you followed and unfollowed and then refollowed. I guess Defend and Just Lucky block. Do they block out? Yeah, they do, actually. Blocks out exactly. I don't really want Defend for next turn. I want to go into Divinity so I can Ragnarok and kill him. Maybe should have just Ragnaroked there instead of having 3 extra energy. But Blasphemy Ragnarok seems pretty lethal. 24 times 5, that's over 100. Okay. Second Wave of the Hand seems unnecessary. There's a Consecrate I thought was in the deck, but apparently isn't. Mental Fortress is kind of nice. We don't really change stances enough to take advantage of it, though. I think we're skipping all of these. Bowling Dash is kind of cute for Donudeka and Spire Elites. And Reptimancer. Maybe we do take a Bowling Bash. Reptimancer's pretty scary. That cat. She is loud. She wants people to know about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip Mental Fortress and take a Bowling Bash. It says plus on it. Alright, I guess I'll develop a Talk to the Hand and Worship. Play Swivel too, why not? Alright, Wave the Hand, a bunch of stuff blocks. Strike first to pay off the Swivel. Worship next turn is Divinity. And that blocks out. You have a small bastion of light, order, and safety while surrounded by darkness and chaos. You're safe for now, but the darkness is always encroaching and inevitably will one day consume you. Dark. Worship is Divinity. Divinity Ragnarok Wallop. Seems like what this deck is supposed to be doing. He's only hitting for 6, though, so we could just defend and wait for a bigger Divinity turn. Is it lethal? 6 to... So it's 18 times 5. It's probably not lethal. Alright, I guess I'll wait then. Well, now we have to do it or else it's going to get shuffled away. Or we're going to skip a shuffle with it, so I guess I'll just go. I'll keep Halt. We have Blasphemy too, so... get there other ways. He's only hitting for 21. Should be able to block that. Let's see. Do we need to, like, Eruption, Halt, Vigilance to block it? What is all this about Tartarus and semen thrown into the sea creating Aphrodite? Yeah, Greek mythology is weird, man. People popping out of people's heads. It's wild. Wild stuff. Is there any reason to hold back on Eruption? I don't think there is. So let's just do it then. It says 1 more damage. I'll take it. That seems probably lethal. Blasphemy and Ragnarok. We could wait a turn, wait for the weak to wear off. These all seem bad. 18 times 5. So the links won't work. If you want to put it in Discord, I will see it, and then I can repost it for you. There's a link to that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is lethal. Good. Wow, another wave of the hand being offered. I don't think we want any of these. Sorry about that. Flurry, Alpha, Halt. I think we're no on all those. Maybe a second Halt, but I don't think so. Writhing Mass. Okay. Let's see what's in the box. Ooh, Hand of Greed. I feel pretty greedy. Let's go for it. Crush Strength seems okay. This is the attack I want to end on, so I'm going to take 7 just to end here. I can still change him twice, though. Yeah, I guess I'll risk it. I'm not as happy to end on this one. This one's the debuffs one, but I guess I'll take it. At least it's not damage. Eruption Wallop is a lot of block. We can fit a swivel in there too if we want. Looks like we need to change his mind again. He's hitting for half that because Tranquility we're going to play. but maybe we should play Tranquility to get vulnerable. If we get vulnerable, we can get lethal next turn, I think. Alright, let's go for that. I can deal with 24. We're less likely to get lethal next turn because he's blocking, but should still be able to change his mind. Defend, halt. Almost blocks out. It's one short. I guess we can just strike into his armor to get one last armor. Okay. Fit a worship him. Wave of the Hand talk seems like a reasonable start. Let's see what he's doing. Only hitting for 13. So we can just stop here. Defend for extra weeks, or no? Yeah, I think no. We're going to end the fight probably next turn. He's already got 5 week. Okay, if we want to end the fight, we have to Blasphemy, because Worship bottom decked. So this is 18 times 5, and then this is, we want to kill with Hand of Greed, obviously. So it would be like max damage is Blasphemy, Ragnarok, Bowling Bash, Sash Whip, Hand of Greed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we get to play 5 cards, so strike as well. Okay, so if we add all that damage together, let's go ahead and do the official week calculation version. So Hand of Greed is naturally 23. Plus Strike Plus is 12. Plus Ragnarok is 5. I guess I'll say 25. Plus, this is naturally, what, 8? Oh no, it's, shoot. I've done all my math wrong. Okay, alright. Start the calculator again. Okay. So, Ragnarok naturally hits for 8, but then it's 8 times 0.75 times 3. So it's 18. So it's 18 times 5. Okay, so the Ragnarok is doing 90. Hand of Greed hits for 23. 23 times 0.75 times 3 is 51. So 90 plus 51. Strike is naturally 12. 12 times 3 times 0.75 is 27. So 141 plus 27 is 168. It's clearly enough. Okay, so let's just start doing stuff. This is sitting for 51, which is not currently lethal. So this should do it. Great. Okay. Bit late for a judgment. I don't think that's good. Lake Water is pretty good. Good against Time Lord, bad against Awaken 1, but not that bad against Awaken 1. It's fine. Okay, let's look at the other pick. Fallout, Crush Joints, Empty Mind, and Prey. I don't think we're picking any of those. Extra card draw, extra zero cost stuff. No dice. Yeah, we don't need an extra mantra. We've got 10 in the shuffle. That's enough. So Lake Water or Skip. It says plus on it. It seems like we're spending a lot of time in Calm. Sure. Is this a recall or an upgrade? We should have 2 more campsites after this, so we might be like rest and then recall at the end if we get really hurt. But I think we can afford an upgrade here. Ragnarok and Talk to the Hand are the top of the list. Foreign Influence slightly behind. And then like Halt and Sash Whip are sort of the 3rd tier. 4th tier is just random numbers. Just Lucky's, Vigilance, Swivel. And then Worship and Blasphemy to do nothing. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Ragnarok. It's a big source of damage. Gets an extra proc for Talk to the Hand. It's nice. Wow, people making friends in the chat. Holy crap. Get regenerating Reptimancer. Let's see what this is. Sands of Time. Okay. Bowling Bash kills 1 dagger, Sands of Time kills the other. Seems good. Paying full price for a Sands of Time in 2021. Strike for hand size? Nah, strikes are pretty good. I guess let's see what Ragnarok wants to do. It could kill somebody. Could put them in the range of strikes. Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out, Crimson Scarlet. Okay, killing both of them. If we're gonna use Just Lucky, maybe we should use Wave. So then this turns like Wave, Just Lucky, Halt or something. Nah, I think I'll just save the Just Lucky for Wave later. Use a strike. Same question as before, do we use a strike just to curry some Velvet Choker energy and hand size for later? I think the answer is yes now. Our hand's kind of full with all the Wave of the Hand fuel. Okay, seems like the Wave of the Hand turn. Alright, now they're all weak. Defend Like Water Tranquility, or double defend Crush Joints, maybe? Double defend Halt also makes some sense. I think I like double defend Crush Joints. Weak. I think it's raining. Yeah, sure enough, it's raining. Well, that's exciting. Hasn't rained in a while. Well, now we need to kill some daggers, or block for a lot. I guess it's actually not that much. If we kill 1 dagger, that seems like enough. But our damage is limited to 15. So we need to block for a lot. So I guess we're walloping on Reptimancer then. She's vulnerable, so we get 16 out of that. 7 out of these 2. I guess there's no reason to think about it more, because we just want every bit we can get. Swivel seems bad. Max block is these 4 cards, and we have 4 cards left, and we have enough energy for those 4. And 36 is quite a bit higher than 25, although I guess we actually get there with just Tranquility, Defend Like Water. Blocks for 16, 19 relative to where we are now. We only need 11. It's actually over-blocking. I believe just this blocks out. It's block for 10 at the end of the turn. No, we're short by 1 with that. So we can do Worship Defend. Okay. No, I used a coin to get rid of swivel. Worship puts us in divinity. And we can use that to kill daggers. Man, it is raining hard. I love it. Do we have lethal? It'd be worship, talk, sash, eruption with max damage. We are not weak, so all the numbers we're seeing are real. 33 plus 24 is 57, plus 36 is 93. That's not as high as 145. That does block for, let's see, 13. Yeah, the max damage is also the max block here. I guess the max block is killing daggers, huh? But I don't want to miss Talk of the Hand on Repto. But I guess I don't have to. Wait, if I enter Wrath, I can... Oh, I get to go back into Vigilance. Yeah, yeah. Four cards left. The 4 cards will be Talk, Eruption. It's everything but Blasphemy. Okay. Okay, seems good. What are people talking about now? Is there a Greek Roman god of wind? I don't think there is. I think the Ptolemaic philosophy is that there are 4 substances that everything's made out of: earth, air, fire, and then like I think they thought stars were a specific different thing. Oh, water, earth, water, air, fire are the 4 things, and then maybe Astra is the like 5th thing. So I think they thought that air is not a god, air is a thing. It's part of the universe, man. Crush Joints could set up for lethal next turn. But we could just do that next turn. We can block for 18 plus 7's enough. Yeah, let's just do that later. Let's hold it. Alright, now we get lethal, right? Blasphemy, Crush Joints, Sands, Ragnarok seems way lethal. Okay, good fight. Juzu Bracelet. Our well-earned reward. Third Eye's kind of nice. Meditate, Fear No Evil, and Halt don't seem necessary. I really want another Wallop. Where's my second Wallop? We're skipping these. I think this is our Recall. This is our second to last fire. So we're getting all 3 keys right in a row. Green key, red key, blue key. Oh, Cloak Clasp. Oh my god. Is there any way we can... Do we ever win if we pick this? If we hit every question mark, what's our chance of hitting a chest? We've done no question marks so far, so it'd be 2, 4, 6, 8. We don't have tiny chest. So what's 0.98 times 0.96 times 0.94 times 0.92. It is 81%. So if we take a close class, we have 81% chance of not being able to go to Act 4. That seems too high. Air Force says YOLO. I don't know. It seems like this run has more than a 19% chance of winning, so I would be decreasing my chance of winning if I took Cloak Class. Cloak Class would be super good, but we have to skip it, unfortunately. Gosh darn it. 10 block per turn. It's true we are 0-3. The reason to not go for it is because we invested a lot of time in this run. We spent most of the stream today on this run. I don't want to waste it just not going to Act 4. The math doesn't seem right. You sure? What was in the other chests? Gira was the first one. I think second one was question card. So I'm doing the math right, Sneaky Escabro. So there's lots of permutations. Like we could get chests in all 4 of them, right? There's a 2% chance of getting chests in all 4 of them, in each one of them. But the chance that I'm interested in is the chance that none of them are. So it's not independent, but it's 2%, then 4%, then 6%, then 8%. So the chance we care about is 98% times 96% times 94% times 92%. And that ends up being 81%. The chance that we miss them all. I really want it, though. We do have, actually, a Juicy Bracelet. Helps a little bit. Wait, how does Juicy Bracelet work? No longer encounter monsters, but yeah, but monsters are like a big chance. Event is just if no other encounter is found. So event is the default. So decreasing our monster chance does not ever increase our treasure chance. Darn. Maybe we're not as ahead of the curve. Maybe we're not winning if we don't do it. I don't think that's right. I think we'll be fine. 2 Talk to the Hands and a Divinity Wallop Ragnarok. I think we're fine. I thought the probability that none of them would be chests would be 98 to the 4th. No. So yeah, if you miss any type of thing, the chance of that thing goes up by its original chance, which is kind of confusing. So the chance of treasure. Let's talk about shops just because that's easier. It's add. So yeah. So the chance of shops is. It starts at 3%, but then it's 6% and then 9%. So usually if you go to a bunch of question marks, you'll see a shop because the chance goes up over time. Yeah, there's weird math. All right. Grumble, grumble. This lets us do more elites too. In before we immediately get the chest. Madness seems bad. Writhe seems super bad. Max HP. We in for 2 elites? Yeah, I think we are. I'm way behind on relics. I want to find some more. Uh-oh. Triple Jawworm. They've got other plans. This blocks out. Get that in. Maybe I should have played Halt instead. This overblocks by a bit. We can use Sash Whip to weaken somebody. Wallop can block for 15. We can get Swivel in here. Let's start with Swivel Wallop. And then Sash Whip, one of the ones who's hitting for 17. Alright, so hitting for 24 plus 17 is 41. Pretty short of 41. Foreign Influence is not really saving us next turn. Currently at 31. I guess Defend Halt does get there. This deck blocks like crazy. You don't really want to be blocking triple jawworm, though. It's a pretty dangerous situation. Man, no talk to the hands, no divinity stuff, no Ragnarok. Yikes. I guess this puts us into divinity. I guess we did get divinity stuff. This one blocks. Like water is not Ragnarok. We want Ragnarok and talk to the hand. I think I'm going to hold this strike for the divinity next turn. And take 32 damage. Definitely not doing 2 elites now. Probably doing 2 question marks and 1 elite. Gross. Okay, we got 1 talk to the hand. This Ragnarok in Divinity will do 27. 27 with vulnerable. Doesn't matter. These are both below 27 times 2, so it's just lethal. Okay. Second Blasphemy seems bad. Crush Joints is kind of okay. Battle Hymns and no. Don't need Tranquility. These are bad. Two offers at Crush Joints plus, but I don't think I'm going to turn them both down. Well, that went poorly. Would have been a lot better with that Cloak Clasp. Let's see, 12 max HP puts us on 53. So we heal for 23 right now. I think I'd rather just survive at 30. Because we have to rest at the end anyway. There's not really any like super good upgrades. I guess Talk to the Hand's a pretty good upgrade. Losing 12 max HP to get a Talk to the Hand upgrade? That seems pretty okay. Alright, fine. Rare Relic. What rare relics are good? Incense Burner, Fossilized Helix, Gambling Chip. Yeah, I think we probably win this pretty quickly. Sometimes we're slow though. I think you can manage it with burns. Yeah, we should win in the first shuffle. We've turn 1, 2 options for getting into Divinity and no options for blocking. I guess play one of the warships. Oh, this event's great. Alright, so we Divinity Talk Bowling Bash. Bowling Bash hits for 39 times 2. It's like 70. Is it for 30? Sorry, 39 times 2 is almost 80. Yeah, so that's lethal. Okay. 30 plus 80, yeah. Take the stronger one. I mean, it's definitely possible we die. That's for sure. Eruption Wall of Vigilance seems great. This is not lethal. This doesn't block out. Blasphemy, these are hitting for 36. That's like 70. Okay, took some damage. Got a turnip for it. Well, that's probably not worth it. Third worship? I don't know, I just drew 2 worships on the first turn and it made me feel very bad. Trump 2020. Oh, Turnip 2020. You got me there for a second. I think I'm no on worship. 34 health elite. Could be giant head or what's it called? Nemesis. We're pretty good against those two. Let's see what's in the box. Weave doesn't do much. Eviscerate's actually pretty good. Eviscerate with strength in divinity mode. I'll try that out. It's like a Ragnarok, except not quite. I guess I'll wave the hand and just lucky. All for one gets you just lucky back. Good point. Talk to the hand next turn's okay. Save the damage. Okay. Worship needs to get played, and then it's just like talk to the hand, strike, bowling bash. Save the high damage stuff for divinity turn. Maybe it's eruption, talk to the hand, bowling bash. Now we're talking. Wallop's okay. I think I'll leave a wallop. Walking for 9 currently. We need... I guess I'll be satisfied with 9 more. Might as well play 2 defense. I have enough energy. I needed divinity this turn. That's what I was hoping for. I guess I don't need, because I'll be fine, but... we need a block for 30. Seems like Wallop's already doing that. So let's defend Crush Joints. Talk to the hand, Wallop. Wait. We need to have 6 energy so that we can... We have 6 energy. We need to play Vigilance and Wallop. So that takes 4. We have 2 left. We can't play Talk and Crush Joints. I guess I'll just leave Crush Joints for the Divinity turn. That seems fine. Do you need to play Vigilance? Yes? I mean... Oh, if I played Crush Joints, that's a good point. Could have skipped it, I guess. Alright, so then we need Worship, Crush Joints, Eviscerate, Ragnarok to be lethal, basically. Got a Sash Whip in there, too. So Crush Joints, this is always very complicated to calculate because slow triggers. Alright, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, so the line is, we want to play 6 cards exactly. And we want the last cards to be Eviscerate and Ragnarok. We want the attacks to be Crush Joints, then Sash Whip in these. So that's 4 attacks. Worship is the first card, so we have 1 bonus extra card, which can be Swivel or Defend. Swivel and Defend both do the same thing, because we want to play Crush Joints first. So they both cost 1. So I might as well just play Tranquility since I need lethal. So if I play Defend Worship, we spend 3 energy, gain 3 energy, but then also gain 2 energy, so we got 7 left. These cost 6, so we'd only have 1 left over. So we actually have to play Tranquility. Tranquility is the only way that we play the extra card. Or we'd have to swivel on one of the high cost ones, but then we'd be missing a slow proc on Crush Joints. And Sash Whip. Okay, so it's Tranquility, Worship, Crush Joints, Sash Whip, Eviscerate, Ragnarok is the line. So we'll have 1, 2, 2 slow procs when we do crush joints. So crush joints will do 39 plus 20%. Let's clear this old calculator. 39 times 1.2 is 46. And then Sash Whip will do 11 times 3 times 1.3 times 1.5. So that'll do 64. So 46 plus 64. 110 so far. And then Eviscerate will do 10 times 3 times 1.5 times 1.4 from 4 slow procs. So that'll do 63 3 times. So multiply 63 times 3. That's 189. So 110 plus 189 is 299. So unless Ragnarok somehow does less than 34 damage, that's lethal. Okay, great. Oh, I guess we could have played Blasphemy, because that's cheaper than Worship. Oh well, doesn't matter. Kapow. Alright. Stone Calendar. Not great for rare relics. These are not the two I would choose. If I got to choose, it would probably be Incense Burner and Gambling Chip. Just for the record. I don't know. Devotion. Power. Helps us be a little bit more efficient. Takes 3 turns before it gets to a breakpoint. Sometimes it puts us into involuntary divinity. But it also seems really good. Alright. Is this a rest or an upgrade? Rest gets us to 47. Deca. Yeah, I think I would like to be at 47 more than I would like to upgrade Talk to the Hand. See, Talk to the Hand versus Devotion, but I think it's Talk to the Hand. Okay. Riding kind of a thin line here. I don't know if we're really equipped for this whole Act 3 business. Or rather, Act 4. So this is infinitely worse. What? What does that even mean? Well, this is a challenging turn. 24 damage coming in, 4 block plus 3 block. That's 7 block. Because you have to pay 1 instead of free. But relics aren't free. Also, drawing cards isn't free. Cards are always worse than relics, because you have to draw them. Well, I guess we're saving Ragnarok. Blasphemy is not lethal, so the turn kind of plays itself. But it also makes me sad. Somehow I forgot that I had to defend when I was counting the damage earlier. Looks quite a bit rosier when you incorporate the best card in the hand. Still not great. Okay. Continuing to draw no block. Is this lethal? Blasphemy, Ragnarok, all this damage, and then Eruption. We only get to play 6 cards, so we would skip... Let's see, we have 7 cards in hand? Yeah, so we'd skip Just Lucky. Really bad shuffle here. Glad we rested. Blasphemy, Ragnarok, is 27 times 6. There's no way this is lethal, right? 27 times 6 is 162. These are each 36, so that's another 72. 162 plus 72 is 234, plus Eruption is another 36. So not close. We could kill one of them, but then we would die. I guess we're taking 30-ish. That is upsetting. Worship actually doesn't really help next turn. We need, like, wall up next turn. I can't really skip it, though, can I? We're at, like, 15 next turn. I can't take a worship. You walked into a micro center today and got a 3070. What does that mean? Is that a graphics card? That sounds like the name of a graphics card. Let's just put some damage in on Donu so that we can maybe kill him next turn. Nice. I compare, like, the distilled potion is 3 times mayhem for free. So what's the point of mayhem when you can just buy the pot? There's so many things wrong with that analysis. I don't even know where to start. First thing that's wrong, we're playing Watcher. Latest GPU. Nice. Well, you were able to walk into a micro center, or the chief was. You just walked in like you owned the joint. I think I'm just going to burn a Talk to the Hand. We need to kill Donu before he buffs again. Alright. This is gross. I don't like this. Alright, we have Eruption, Wallop, and an exit, so I think that's as good as we could hope for here. Do we play the Ragnarok 2? What 6 cards do we want to play? We want to play Eruption and Tranquility, that's 2, Wallop is 3, Wave is 4, Swivel's 5, so there's room for Ragnarok. Is there energy for Ragnarok? Probably not. Yeah, there isn't. Okay, so we'll skip the Ragnarok. And hope that Eruption Wallop does enough damage that we survive. Seems like a great plan. Okay, we've survived for now. We've gotten rid of all the artifact charges, and we've applied some weak on Donu. But he did get off the next buff, so that's concerning. We can make him vulnerable and do most of the blocking. Block for 18, 24, he's hitting for 26. No, I didn't forget about Swivel Rag. There was no point to playing Ragnarok. I mean, I guess damage is the point of playing Ragnarok. I wanted to, like, Divinity Ragnarok, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. If I make Donu vulnerable and then Blasphemy Ragnarok, is that lethal? Almost certainly not. I guess I would Blasphemy and then Crush Joints, but... If we Crush Joints this turn, what are we setting up for? It's not like Blasphemy is going to be lethal next turn. don't know. Okay, he's vulnerable. We have Bowling Bash, too. Is Blasphemy Rag lethal? Definitely not. 27 times 6. We probably want to play Ragnarok before we shuffle, right? Because we want to play it both times. We need to survive this turn. That's 36 block. We can generate 18 and be at 30. So we need to talk to the hand to do some work. So it's like Ragnarok, talk to the hand, magically blocks for 12 is what we need. That's true. Talk to the hand, Bowling Bash is true. So it's like talk to the hand, Bowling Bash, Vigilance Defend. Blocks for 4 plus 18. That actually doesn't survive. 36, so we'd be at -2. I don't like being at -2. So we have to talk to the hand Bowling Bash and it has to work. Or talk to the hand Ragnarok. Does that even work in the best case scenario? Talk to the hand Ragnarok, defend or vigilance, they're the same? I guess talk to the hand Ragnarok, Bowling Bash, defend is the best case scenario. So that hits for 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 9 is 25. Plus 12 is 37. He hits for 36. That's the only way to survive. We have to 6 times hit the same target. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. But that's it, right? That's the only way. 18 plus 4 is 22. 22 plus 12 is 36. 34. Yep, that's -2. Yeah, Cloak Class. Seriously. We wouldn't have seen a... I guess we didn't go to all the question marks we could. We could have seen one more question mark. So maybe we needed this question mark to be the thing. Alright. Well, we're going to have the last card we play in the run be Ragnarok, because that's stylish. Alright. Hit Donu 6 times. Be a champion. We believe in you, Ragnarok. 3 and 3, the most likely outcome. Oh no. If we could redo the fight, do you think you could win? Redo with a random shuffle, do you mean? Because, yeah, I think a random shuffle probably wins. That shuffle was abysmally bad. Drat. No, redo. Definitely not. I couldn't have won with this shuffle. Nope, there was no knowledge that could have overcome it. We couldn't get through the artifact charges fast enough. The wave of the hand was too late. Drat. Why didn't this work? We had a pyramid. Pyramid, you have to imagine, is a good start. Got some really weak stuff later, though. Mob Bank that immediately got used up. Prayer Wheel and Question Card never really paid off. We did pick 2 cards a couple of times, but this was really expensive. This is like most of the gold in the run. Not being able to get Cloak Class was brutal. The Choker had nothing to do with this loss there at all. Choker was a good pick. Turnip was bad. Stone Calendar was bad. Juicy Bracelet was bad. The Gira was okay. Gira could have used a second Ragnarok. We were looking forever for a wall-up. I really thought we would see a second wall-up with Prayer Wheel and Question Card, but we didn't. This is the only wall-up I ever saw. It was supposed to be a wall-up deck. Sir Artemal, Coffee Dripper would not have made this much better. We needed to rest to survive. How are you even supporting Coffee Dripper? That's ridiculous at this point. Absolutely ridiculous. It's not like we would have built a better deck if we didn't have to build around Choker. This was already what the deck wanted to be. We basically never compromised. There was like no pick in the entire deck where we were like, oh, I can't pick that because of choker. I mean, maybe like we could have picked a second. What's the small version of this? Prostrate. It's like the only thing we really skipped. Cut through fate, maybe. We did skip flurries. That's true. Maybe maybe flurries. Flurries and talk to the hand could have done it. It puts us in some danger against Time Lord, but maybe that would have been fine. Divinity decks are pretty good against Time Lord.